Hello, my friend from India and Pakistan. If you continue to watch my videos for only 40 seconds, you'll never achieve diabetes remission. I think you might find other InfoScience videos helpful. On my channel, I provide free, scientifically proven information from reputable sources, or watch to the end and share with other diabetics, like my other sensible subscribers. Otherwise, goodbye. Keep scrolling. I see you through the screen. Today is day 11 of our 30-day nutrition and lifestyle plan for type 2 diabetes. We continue to move step by step: nutrition, physical activity, and nutrients. Altogether, these help keep blood sugar in range and reduce the risk of complications. Today's menu features new dishes: a cottage cheese casserole with herbs for breakfast, beef with cauliflower for lunch, and turkey with vegetables for dinner. And in the bonus block, we'll discuss vitamin B1, thiamine, its role in diabetes, dosages, and evidence-based data. Breakfast: cottage cheese casserole with herbs before breakfast. Drink a glass of water. Then eat a salad made of cucumber and celery for fiber and potassium. Today I recommend cottage cheese casserole with herbs. Ingredients for the breakfast: 200 grams of fat-free cottage cheese, 1 egg, a bit of parsley and dill. Preparation instructions: mix the cottage cheese, egg, and herbs. Bake in a dish for 25 minutes at 180 degrees. Nutritional value per serving: 280 kilocalories, 28 gram protein, 12 gram fat, 4 gram saturated, 5 gram carbohydrates, 2 gram fiber, 1 gram sugars. Common mistake: some people have ice cream and waffles for breakfast. A single serving can have up to 40 grams of sugar. That's 8 teaspoons. Research backing: in 2021, in clinical nutrition, DOE 10-6 and J CLNU 2021-05-014, 120 patients participated. High-protein breakfast reduced HbA1c by 0.4% and improved glycemic variability. In real life, in Spain, 250 patients replaced flour-based breakfast with cottage cheese and vegetables. After 3 months, HbA1c dropped by 0.3%. Key takeaway from breakfast: the cottage cheese casserole with herbs is a breakfast that stabilizes sugar and provides satiety. If you don't have cottage cheese, you can substitute unsweetened Greek yogurt. Lunch: beef with cauliflower and spinach. Before lunch, drink a glass of water. Then eat a salad of tomato and leafy greens. Today I recommend beef stewed with cauliflower and spinach. Ingredients for lunch: 200 gram lean beef, 100 gram cauliflower, 50 gram spinach, 1 tablespoon olive oil. Preparation instructions: cut the meat into cubes, lightly fry, add vegetables, and stew for 25 minutes. Nutritional value per serving: 360 kilocalories, 34 gram protein, 20 gram fat, 6 grams saturated, 8 gram carbohydrates, 3 gram fiber, 2 gram sugars. Common mistake: some people eat cheesecake or desserts after lunch. A single slice of cheesecake can contain 45 grams of sugar and fat, causing a sharp sugar spike. Research backing: in 2019, in nutrition and diabetes, DOE 10-10-38 S41387-019-091-1, 180 patients participated. Protein vegetable lunches lowered HbA1c by 0.5% and reduced weight by an average of 2 kilos over 12 weeks. In the US, 400 patients who increased protein and vegetables at lunch reduced HbA1c by 0.4% and improved lipid profile. Key takeaway from lunch: beef with cauliflower and spinach is a heart-protective lunch. If you lack beef, you may substitute turkey or chicken. Dinner: turkey with eggplant and broccoli. Before dinner, drink a glass of water. Then eat a salad of arugula and carrot. Today I recommend turkey stewed with eggplant and broccoli. Ingredients for dinner: 200 gram turkey fillet, 100 gram eggplant, 100 gram broccoli, 1 tablespoon olive oil. Preparation instructions: saute the turkey fillet, add vegetables and stew under a lid for 20 minutes. Nutritional value per serving: 330 kilocalories, 36 gram protein, 14 gram fat, 3 gram saturated, 7 gram carbohydrates, 3 gram fiber, 2 gram sugars. Common mistake: some people eat fried pies with potatoes in the evening. 2 pies can contain up to 60 grams of starch. That's 12 teaspoons worth of sugar equivalent. Research backing: in 2020, in BMJ Open Diabetes Research and Care, DOE 10-1136 BMJ DRC 2020-01285, 220 patients participated. Protein vegetable dinners reduced nocturnal hyperglycemia by 25% and HbA1c by 0.4%. In South Korea, 500 patients eating protein plus vegetables at dinner had HbA1c lower by 0.3%. Key takeaway from dinner: turkey with eggplant and broccoli is a dinner that helps maintain stable nighttime sugar. If you don't have turkey, you can substitute chicken or rabbit. physical activity, gardening with a hoe or spade. Today, I want to talk about gardening work as physical activity. Working with a hoe or spade requires significant energy expenditure, almost like interval training. Research in 2018 in Journal of Physical Activity and Health, DOI 10-1123-3, JPAHA 2017-0262, it was shown that digging and working with tools burn 5 to 6 mets, about 300 kcal in 30 minutes for an 80 kilo person. In 2020, in Preventive Medicine Reports, DOE 10-10-16, JBI PMEDR 2020, 1001A2, garden work of at least 150 minutes weekly reduced participants' HbA1c by 0.3-0.4%. In 2021, in Public Health Nutrition, DOE 10-10-17, S13689802102082, regular gardening reduced risk of diabetes and improved insulin sensitivity. Practical recommendations: use a hoe or spade for 20-30 minutes, burn up to 300 kcal, ideally 3 to 4 times per week, better in the morning or evening when it's not too hot. Micro takeaway: gardening is not just caring for plants, it's a powerful exercise that helps lower sugar. Bonus block: vitamin B1, thiamine. Thiamine is a B vitamin involved in carbohydrate metabolism. Why it's important in diabetes? In diabetes, thiamine levels are reduced by 50-70% compared to healthy people. Deficiency is linked to risks of neuropathy, nephropathy, and vascular complications. Dosage 100-300 mg per day. Best forms: benfotiamine and thiamine hydrochloride. Duration: at least 12 weeks. Research. In 2003, in Diabetologia, DOI 10-1007-0125003-11802, 40 patients participated. Thiamine supplementation improved endothelial function and reduced inflammatory markers. In 2008, in Diabetes Care, DOI 10-2337-D080567, 84 diabetic patients took benfotiamine 300 mg a day for 12 weeks, which reduced albuminuria and slowed progression of nephropathy. In 2012, in Clinical Science, DOI 10-1042-CS2001-587, 60 patients participated. Adding thiamine improved glycemic control and lowered HbA1c by 0.2-0.3%. Practical advice: take it after meals. Benfotiamine is better absorbed. Combine with other B vitamins. Summary: thiamine is an affordable supplement that protects blood vessels, lowers risk of complications, and may modestly improve HbA1c. That was day 11 of our journey. Today we cooked new dishes, discussed gardening as physical activity, and learned about the role of vitamin B1. Don't stop. Watch all episodes in sequence. If you joined late, start from day 1. And be sure to share this video with someone who has diabetes or prediabetes. Tomorrow will be a new day, new menu, and new knowledge. Subscribe and stay with us.